Welcome back to the Los Angeles couple.
I look so fake because we had to wait like 5 seconds so the mic start working. For some reason, it has a delay.
Yeah.
So we're just like staring at the phone like that. And here we are. We're back. And, tomorrow it's our 3-year anniversary of first kiss together.
That's right. Not when we became a couple, not when we said I love you, of our first kiss, which if you watch an older episode, you'll see lasted 2 hours. It was incredible.
Yeah, it was amazing. And, I think like we're so lucky that we kind of found each other. And I met, if you guys know from other videos, I'm just give a quick recap. We met in an acting class and we did a scene together. And after the scene was over, we kind of like gravitated towards each other and we kissed for longer than 2 hours. It was amazing. We stepped out of the time, space, continued.
Right.
And talking about love, we are addicted to a show. It's called Love is Blind.
That's right. Like every other young couple in America, we're watching Love is Blind right now.
Exactly.
We watched season 2.
Yes.
And
Guy, it's just so bizarre. It's a weird experiment, don't you think?
yeah. I mean, first of all, our way of meeting was kind of like a Love is Blind thing. Because, like she said, we met in an acting class and we were put together through email by the teachers. We were just texting with each other at first. Didn't know what we looked like, but we hit it off. And then we exchanged Instagrams, and that's when I knew, like, oh, man, Jesus Christ. But this situation, if you haven't watched the show, is they got all these single people, men and the women, they separate them into 2 separate houses, and then they
meet in a
up
pod.
in these pods for their dates. And the pods are separated by a wall, so you can't see what the person on the other side looks like.
That's so creepy. Like, think about, like, what if I'm paired up? What if they try to fuck with people and get, like, really ugly women for handsome men or really ugly men for pretty women? They can do whatever. Your fate is in the hands of the producers.
The idea is that love is blind, and it doesn't matter if you're really ugly or whatever. It's supposed to work out. But I take your point.
It's scary. And by the way, okay, so just an observation. I think that the level of desperation of people to join those shows, it's absolutely insane. Like how much you gotta be like, please love me. It's like, oh my God, I'm about to turn 30. I'm single. I don't have anyone with me. So first of all, that's a huge red flag in my opinion, to not have like anyone that you had like you're that age and you're single and you're kind of that desperate.
Well, like anyone who's on that show who made it through the auditions to be there should know going into it that they're meeting someone who's got a ton of red flags. And that they themselves are a red flag. This is just a red flag dating show.
It's a red flag dating
basically.
show. And our dog is like spinning his leg
And
into
we got, so, we got into it. We got into all the characters, first of all.
characters. He talks like it's like a TV show.
Well, they are characters.
I mean, they're like the thing
Hold
is,
on. Let's
okay.
let's give a spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert! Okay, by the
you
way, if
haven't-
you guys haven't seen it, don't watch this episode. But if you're already seen it, just need some closure, this is the episode for you.
Right. If you have not watched it, or you haven't finished
Get out.
it,
Get out.
come back to this video
like
later
after you're done.
because
Yeah.
we're just going to talk about it. So I have contended the entire time that Shane and Shayna belonged together. He should have never given in to Natalie's guilt-tripping thing. Come here, Mucko. There's our dog. Come on, boy. Come on. Should have never given in to... Come on. It's
Give
going
him
to be
more
worth it.
space.
When he gets up here, oh my God, you're going to be blown away how cute he is. Come on, boy. Come on.
Let's speed up that
Come
part.
on, boy. Come on, boy.
Here's
Anyway.
Mocha. He teleported to Dante's lap.
That's right.
Anyways, I do think they should be together, but there's something about her that really annoyed him. That he didn't like
here's the
it.
thing. He liked her. She liked him. He just got guilt tripped into it by Natalie to say like, oh, would you propose to me? And really, he and Shayna belong together because they're 2 plain white people in the Midwest. She's a super Christian. Her brothers are like weirdo, people that you probably were at the Capitol. And They
Oh yeah, there's a news thing on E News that her family, there were people that invaded the Capitol. Like,
Oh, is that true? They
That's-
actually
that-
were there?
the brothers, yeah, they invaded the Capitol. It's on the news. It's
Yeah.
like,
So when the guy that did propose to her, Kyle, went to go meet her family, you remember her brothers are sitting there like they haven't brushed their hair. They look like they've just been like sleeping. They look like they're ready to go into the woods.
Yeah.
They're ready for that militia. And they're like, yeah, you can be in the family sure if you're an American and you like to ride dirt bikes.
and shoot in the woods.
Yeah, you're a godly man. Like,
God,
good.
yeah.
Should have gotten the hell out of there. But I think Shane would appreciate that because he's like a big dude. He's got a lot of energy. He'd love to go ATV riding with these guys and go like, shoot at targets as they prepare to take down Pelosi or whatever the fuck they're doing.
I don't know. I think that, in my personal opinion, I think there's a lot of things that bother Shayna, upset him. Like she had like they had a lot of fights, and she kind of pissed him off in a very specific way. And I think because he has such a delicate personality, he's the type of guy that if you say the wrong thing when he's not expecting, I think he would just not talk to you ever again or break up relationships. He seems to be super overly sensitive. Also, I think that he comes from a place of insecurity, so he always needs to be validated by the people that he's with. I noticed that when he was dating Natalie, he was constantly trying to shop for compliments. I know, because I love shopping for compliments, because I feel like I love the helps my ego. But I think for him, it comes from a sad place, not from a place that, I want to feel cute. And it feels like, you didn't give me any compliments today, missus.
Yeah.
And he has these crazy eyes. Dante will do the eyes that he does. Wow, look at that. He deserves an Oscar.
I love you, Natalie.
Oh, and she's so... By the way, Natalie has the worst posture I ever seen a woman. She sits down, her shoulders forward. It's like the opposite of everything that I've seen in my entire life. I grew up with my mom being like, girl, put your shoulders back, heads up, straight, straight, straight. I'm a fitness person. I go to Pilates and yoga, you name it. I'm always in a good posture. So watching her scrunchy, I always I don't know, it almost feels like she's building a hunchback in the back. It's just the worst posture. Just for her posture, if I was a guy, I'd be like, sorry, girl, you have the worst posture in the world.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Shane should have walked away the moment that they did the reveal and he saw her. He should have just thought, this isn't going to work. You know, and no offense to Natalie. There's someone out there for her. She's not his type.
No.
She's small. She's antisocial. And
Bad posture.
she's financially responsible.
Yeah,
he is the complete opposite of all of that.
Yeah.
And he's got too much energy. And my point about Shayna is they're an archetype of a certain couple in America. Blonde, white, Christian, probably Trump voters who, he can go play sports. They can raise a bunch of kids. They make a lot of money, but they don't know a whole lot about anything. And they live in Orange County.
She doesn't look like she
Okay,
lives
well, he'll
in
make
Orange
a lot
County.
of money.
No, I don't think so.
Those people are good at making money. Now, he had that whole thing with Natalie where he was like, I don't know what a 401k is, but they know how to make money.
Anyways, let's go move to the different couple.
Okay.
So there was the other couple. There was the, what is that?
Give her a chance. I just want to say, Shane, give Shayna a chance if you haven't already. I really think that is the woman for you.
Maybe he already did and he didn't like it.
I heard that they didn't.
I think he cannot stand her.
I don't know. We got to watch the reunion special
It's coming
tomorrow
out.
on our anniversary.
Woo!
What other couple did you want to talk about?
So there was I don't know, Ayana and
Anna and Jarrett, yeah.
Jarrett.
They belong together.
They
I've
belong
been saying
together.
that since the beginning.
I'm so happy. And by the way, I was a little concerned because you saw, what's the name of the girl that you thought the kind of Mallory.
The
and
other girl that
they were
Jarrett proposed
touching
to?
legs in the first time they met, and
Yeah.
there was a certain
I think
physical. There was a physical chemistry that I could tell. And I'm pretty sure in that moment, she regretted because she got this weird, the ukulele guy. I forgot his name. What's his
Right.
name? You don't remember?
Sal.
Guys, like I couldn't stand. It was so obvious that he left a girlfriend and relationship outside the show, so then he can come there and expose himself. Because every single time that he was on the fucking show, he was like playing his stupid ukulele and singing annoying songs that nobody gives a damn about. So it's just like this guy is there just to like build people to like be interested. It's our
trying to
career.
break into the professional ukulele industry.
Yeah, but nobody cares. Nobody's gonna Google about you in 3 months. Nobody's gonna remember who you are, what show you were. You just embarrassed your family, embarrassed yourself, and probably broke up with a girlfriend. I see you, boy. I see you using the TV. I see what you're doing there, and it ain't good.
I think Mallory and Jarrett would have been good with a hooker. Like you can tell they had that
I thought you
sexual
were saying
chemistry.
hooker. What are you talking about?
The two of them and a hooker in a Mexican hotel room while they're on the honeymoon.
Okay,
And just
let's
get
talk-
it out.
let's talk serious,
They
Howard Stern.
should have been. They would have been a good hookup. I don't think they would have been a good couple. You could tell they had the chemistry. They were playing
What are you talking
footsie at the
about?
bar. Mallory and Jarrett.
Oh yeah, that would be
But
good.
ultimately,
wife for
Ayana
him.
was the one for Jarrett.
Yes, they have
They
emotional
have a
connected
good-
in a way. He was in a hospital. She grew up without a family, foster family.
Exactly.
She needs a family, and he's very close to his family. He's close to his mom. He's close to his sister. He's close to his dad that actually officiate their
senses
wedding.
of humor match up.
Their
you know.
style.
But there was a whole argument about Jared, being a single guy in his early 30s, liked to go out with his friends.
He goes out like 3 to 4 times a week during the week.
There's 7 days in a week, so that's only 3. That's less than half of the
Okay,
days.
and she seems to be like more of like a hermit. I don't know
Yeah.
why. She dresses like she's ready to go to the club, and she likes to stay home.
And there's all
which
this-
is weird because she doesn't have kids. She doesn't have a dog. Like, why are you staying home?
And
Get
she's
out.
27. She's only 27. There's all this talk, oh, Jared, you need to like pull it back. You need to maybe like stay home. No, how about she changes her lifestyle and steps it up a little bit and enjoys her youth? Because let me tell you, you can't go to the club or go out at 3 a.m. when you're 40. Do it now.
Yeah,
Because
you
you're going to
can.
regret it. I mean, you can, but people look at you with a different type of like, you got like a sick desperation, unless you're rich or famous.
Which you still look sick and desperate. People are gonna be like, "What an idiot."
Right, but you don't care at that point because you're living in a different reality than the rest of us. But for Ayana and Jarrett, all this talk about Jarrett, you need to stop, you need to calm down, you need to stay home.
I have an
How
opinion
about
about that.
she comes out past 6 p.m.?
Okay, how about this? I think they should meet in the middle because it seems like she's. By the way, that show looks exhausting to me, to be honest. They're like getting to know each other in the fucking pods.
Yeah.
Then they go to Mexico. Then they gotta find an apartment with the production people. Then they move in together.
I know.
Then they have. It's a lot going on. So I think maybe the girl was a little tired. Maybe she was a little tired.
Well, no.
But let me finish my thought. I think she was a little tired, and he's like, even though he's tired, he's putting through, and he's trying to come across and have fun. But the thing I think they should do is meet in the middle, and kind of like he go a little bit less, but pull her in. But she has to come. How about this? Bring her in, because I think your friends. I saw in the wedding, all his guy friends were truly happy for him. None of his guy friends said this is a bad idea. Don't back it up. They all loved her. His parents loved her. His dad said you're gonna treat you like my daughter, and she need that. She need that.
Yeah.
They're perfect for each other. But I think maybe meet in the middle. She comes out half the way. He stopped going out all the way, and maybe he can convince her how fun it is, and she'll feel comfortable. She'll feel like, hey, maybe I don't need to drink. I can just get some kombucha or hard kombucha or something to kind of help you to kind of just have fun, or just water. Just come across and have fun, enjoy your youth, but don't go too crazy. But kind of meet in the middle. I think it's
here's
base.
where I'll give Ayana credit. When they had a discussion about this, about how late he was staying out, she said, "Oh, don't stay out till 3 or 4, but maybe be home by 1." And that sounded very reasonable to me. At first, I was thinking, God, she wants him home at 8 p.m. every night. But 1 a.m. is decent. It's an hour before the bars close. It sounded reasonable to me. Now, what do you think?
I think that's bullshit.
I would kill to hear it come out of your mouth, Just be home by 1 a.m.
No. No, I don't think like that. And
No?
no, honestly, because like they just met, they go into like the dance that we've been through when we met in the beginning, where we had like a distant kind of lives together.
Yeah.
But then once you so now they have to kind of like have each other have some space, because they just met. They literally met in like in a few weeks, got married. So yeah, he has to keep up some of his life, her life in the space. But once they say they're like,
Once they meet, he'll never go out again.
No, I'm saying like, but once you kind of been together for a while, then you have to kind of adjust your life a little bit, and you cannot have the single guy's bachelor life with your relationship life. You have to kind of adapt into it. Either adapt it or just become single, get the fuck out. That's what I think.
Right.
But anyways, let's talk about the next couple. Who's the next couple? Mallory? No, Sal and...
Mallory and Sal, yeah.
Okay, she didn't have okay, let's go quick about her because it's very easy. No chemistry. She looked at him like she was gonna vomit. She didn't like him. She forced herself to like him. She was probably just gonna jump into this marriage. I don't know why she would say yes to him. It seems like she probably almost looked like she knew that he was gonna say no. That was my opinion.
Could be. Or maybe she was hoping he was gonna say no.
Yeah, maybe he's like, hey, I have a girlfriend. Let's just pretend that we're together.
Well, I don't know if he could say that to her, but she, you can tell in some of these couples, they're
gonna make a noise.
They're just, that's a little ASMR break. They just are staying together. I don't know if they have to
if you guys
contractually.
Sponsor is Boochcraft. Is like the great kombucha that Dante told me that some famous guy gave to his friends.
Right. We're drinking Boochcraft now, as opposed to just drinking beer. Beer gives you a belly and makes you look older. Oh, we'll still drink some wine.
Not all
the
time.
But as an alternative to beer, because by the way, this is 7% alcohol. That's pretty good. That's like an IPA.
And it has only 2 grams of sugar. So it's not like you're going to be fat if you drink this. But
exactly.
Don't drink like 10 of those. Okay.
Beers are all made of wheat. These are gluten-free.
So this is great. I'm doing this. I'm enjoying my life a little bit. Not every day. I'm going to not drink every day. I'm just doing this for the pod so I can get loose, because it's been a while since we recorded. But anyways, if you guys want to sponsor us, Dante's going to link everything. Let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, but let's talk about Mallory.
Mallory and Sal.
Yeah,
I mean, they were one of the couples that you're watching them and just thinking it would be more interesting, I guess, if she was with Jarrett, but they just were put together.
She wanted a member of... Okay, let me say. I'll say what he doesn't want to say. He's Mexican. She's Mexican.
Well, I don't know if they're Mexican. They're Hispanic, Latinx, whatever.
I think they're both Mexican. They both said they have Mexican roots or whatever, and they really like that about each other. They like the culture. So she wants someone more Latin. He wanted someone Latin, and that was not the way. Because just because you're Latin doesn't mean you're gonna relate to each other.
Right, but that is something that I noticed, is that a lot of the couples that seem to work better had a shared cultural background.
Tell a little bit about our background.
That's why
Tell
Shayna
about our background.
And Natalie.
Tell about our background.
Shane and Natalie.
Because people might think we're not the same background.
That's right. We're both Italian. She more than me. I was born in America. She was born in Italy. But we are both Italian. There's a lot of Italian family things, this and talking like that, and pizza, pasta in New York. And so we have that as a shared background.
So just tell people so as an Italian American, why do you want an Italian woman? Nobody understands. Nobody will understand. Like, what do you like about it?
I want an Italian woman, an Italian woman makes the delicious food that I like and has the look that I like.
What is the look?
They call it in Italy a bella donna.
Not all bella.
It means
not every Italian is a bella donna.
It means
I'm like a 1% of the population.
Voluptuous, yes. Well, I only will be with a 1%er, Italian or otherwise. But
nice. So you like the Italian look, you're saying? And you like the
I like the
food.
Italian look. I like the cultural thing. We both understand that like our families are obsessed with the Catholic Church.
My parents
and we
are
gotta
the
grow
parents
up
are
with
the most
church
Catholic people.
And the church, and you got to go be an altar boy, and you got to
Get
but
married
it's
in a
interesting.
Catholic church.
It's better than I prefer being the Catholic Church than just the Christian Church. It's a little bit more interesting, a little bit more of a
Ancient.
ritual. It seems a little bit more esoteric. And, they really focus on the suffering and the blood of Christ. More
and his
so.
resurrection.
Yeah, it's not about getting up there with a guitar and singing some songs about how Jesus loves
Has
you.
a
It's
plan for
about
you.
how
It's
they
about suffering.
How they put a nail through his hands and he died for you. And not in a fun way like you would get at some Presbyterian church. He died.
Oh my God! When I was a kid,
Covered in blood.
when I was a kid,
For you.
for you.
And you better appreciate it or you're not getting in. Boochcraft.
Witchcraft. They totally just sponsor us. No, but honestly, like when I was a kid, I was so scared of like the Jesus. Every time like the Easter,
They want you to be scared of Jesus. Like he's gonna kick down the door in the middle of the night.
No, let me say something. When I was a kid, so I was so scared during Easter time because they have those very realistic reenactments.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, and it's like the guy get crucified.
Oh, is that like
the
Passion plays?
The
or whatever?
Passion
Yeah.
plays, and it will be on the street. Everybody walking around, and there's like actually a stage. When they reach the stage, he got crucified. There's like fake blood everywhere,
Holy
and there's like the noise of him getting crucified. It's like in
They
the
do
wood,
that-
and then the guy will like regurgitating blood, and then they're like, it's so real. And
But they do that for real, like in the Philippines or
No.
something. They there's people who like actually get nailed to a cross. Now it's not as brutal, but they really
okay,
nail
I don't want
them.
to hear about it. I want to talk about Italian.
Get a tetanus shot.
No,
for
no.
God's
I'm
sake.
talking about the Brazil or the Italian thing, the Italian Brazilians or the Italian. Man, they have like the fake blood. They have the special effect. They have the wombs that look so freaking real. So every time near Easter, like around this time, which is the Holy Week, I will be so scared. I'll be like, oh my God, it's like that horror presentation. And I was thinking growing up, I was like, this is so normal. All religions are supposed to be so scary. But it's not. When I went to New Zealand and they have like the fun Christian people, which
Yeah.
is like weird guys that they're married to like some white woman that's like really cute. Not cute actually, like kind of like Taylor Swift, but like overweight.
Yeah.
They all like go there, how Jesus has a plan for them and Jesus is great. And I was just like, my Jesus is like Saw. Like my Jesus is in a horror movie.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Playing
Like
with the dog real quick. He's distracted. But yeah, no, our Jesus is straight out of a horror movie.
it's
He's out of like a slasher.
and like even like the stories about God will punish you if you don't do the right thing. Catholic Church, they're all about guilting you. You cannot have sex, cannot do anything, you cannot. It's all about making you feel guilty and like a horrible person at the end of the day. But we love that. That's
Yeah.
who we are. It's how we
Exactly.
were raised, and it's anyways.
So, anyways, Mallory and Sal.